First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Let's kick it off with the book of Nehemiah, chapter 8, and verse 8. We get Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. It's real windy, man, so excuse the distortion in the microphone. Bring it up.
So this is Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
So they read in the book in the law of God distinctly and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading.
Right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to kick off camp. We're going to go over a chapter. We're going to read some law, statutes, and commandments. We're going to give the sense distinctly. Can I get Baruch chapter 4? Bring that out.
This is Joshua 1 verse 8.
Bring it out.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Right. So when you meditate in the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, that's how you find success. That's when the Most High God makes your journey prosperous, right? Let's get one more, Baba Shah.
This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 1.
Bring it out.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. How long?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
If they leave, what's going to happen?
They shall die.
If they break God's commandments, what's going to happen?
They shall die.
If they ignore the commands of God, what's going to happen?
They shall die.
Right? So it's important to have an understanding and a foundation of what's required. The laws, the statutes, the commands, the ordinances. So let's get it cracking, man. Let's jump into Leviticus chapter 15. I woke up, I rolled over in the bed, and I started reading this. So let's read it again. Bring it up.
This is Leviticus 18 verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, you are not supposed to do the same things. If you find yourself in Babylon doing the same things that our forefathers were doing in ancient Egypt, you gotta take a good deep hard look at yourself, right? And start making those necessary audibles and corrections, adjustments, and be converted. Read.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do.
Right, let's get a quick preset. Right, because a lot of people think the law is carnal. Right, let me get Romans chapter 11. Romans chapter 7, and verse 4, I believe. Read that.
This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
It says, in the voice which I heard from heavens, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
This is the great city. You're going to see a lot of dead bodies in this city. The great city is Babylon the Great. The great city is what we know as America, right? That's why, hey, bro, we was before camp, he said, hey, man, did you hear about what's happening right now in Israel? All kind of stuff is popping off. Right, read.
It says, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
What is America known as?
Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt.
What is America known as?
Sodom and Egypt.
One more time.
Sodom and Egypt.
So we're reading in the law, and he said, don't do the things that the Egyptians were doing. Right? So when people say that the law is carnal, the law isn't spiritual, no, you're not spiritual. You carnal. Right? Read what you got.
This is Romans 7 verse 4. Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Christ.
That's not what I want. I want 7. The law is, for we know that the law is spiritual. 7 and what? 7 and 12? See, that's not it either. See, I'm gonna look it up real quick. This shit we know that the law is spiritual. That's common knowledge. Our forefathers, our ancestors, our foremothers, they knew that the law was spiritual. That's common knowledge. We don't even gotta have that conversation. If you grow up in the faith, you're practicing the law, statutes, commandments, we know that that's what makes you alive. That's what makes you spiritually alive. We just read in Baruch, if you leave the law, statutes, commandments, you're gonna die. But if you keep them, you should come to life. That's what makes you spiritually alive, right? Let's read that again.
For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
So you in sin, if you are practicing sin, you don't care about breaking God's laws, statutes, commandments, you're carnal. Not the law. Don't put that evil on the law. The law has always been good. The law always been good. We was reading it last night. The classic. In the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. What does it say? How does it speak about the law? Right? Bring that up.
Psalm chapter 19 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
What the Bible say?
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
What does it do?
Converting the soul.
So the laws actually converts your spirit. It changes your spirit from being dead to being alive. And the testimony
Of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
So the testimony of the Most High, it makes you wise. You could have been simple-minded. You could have been stupid. You could have had a lack of intellect, a lack of understanding. But that's what it does. It makes you wise. Right? So don't try and paint the law in some dim way. No, it tells you that the law is a light. Right? Let's get Leviticus 18 again.
This is Leviticus 18, verse 1.
Yep.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel,
Right.
and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Right?
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Right? So they got their own ordinances. They had their own priests. They had their own leaders, their own governors, their own laws. Right? Somebody give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12, verse 1. And I want to show another quick thing. Esau, what is Esau? What is one of Esau's code names when you read the book of Psalms? The wicked, that's good. Sure, you can't mess with that. Let's go to Psalms 137. Right? You got a precept real quick? Okay, yeah. Let's get Psalms chapter 137, and you're gonna see what Esau is known as. Because right now we're talking about the laws and what we're not supposed to do. Because that's what the Egyptians was doing. Because that's what the Canaanites were doing. Because that's what Ham was doing. But look at what Esau is known as in the book of Psalms chapter 137, and let's read verse 7.
This is Psalm 137, verse 7.
Right?
Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom.
Who are we remembering right now?
The children of Edom.
Read.
In the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
So this is what Esau was saying. Destroy it, burn it, raise it, raise it. Talking about our holy land. Who is Esau? It's not the Arabs, not the Iranians, it's not the East Indians, it's the white man, the so-called white man. Right? Because he's not known as the white man in the Bible, he's known as the Edomites or the Idumeans. And they occupied the land of Idumea, Mount Seir, Edom. So right now, we're gonna read about the nickname of Edom. Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
What?
O daughter of Babylon.
It says, O daughter of Babylon. Esau, the white man, is known as the daughter of Babylon. So the things that the Egyptians and the Canaanites was doing, that's why this place is called Babylon right now. Babylon the Great. The Great. If you don't know what Babylon means, it means confusion. This land land has been defiled. That's all you see all day. It was an Edomite here today. She walked up before we opened up camp. We reading the camp rule right after we closed the camp rules, and she walked up to me. She was walking up right here, being weird, and she put her hand out. And I said this. I said, you know, keep it pushing. What'd she do next? She started bugging out. Oh, no. I asked her this first. And this was a key point. I said, what you know about the Bible? That's what triggered it. She said, don't talk to me about my daughter. I will put a bullet through your head. Am I making that up? I literally got threatened by a Shedamite today before camp. And she said she was going to put a bullet through my head. Because I asked her what she knew about the Bible. I looked at Captain DeBar and said, yeah, that's what we're going to stay today. Then she told me something, don't talk to her or she'll protect her daughter. I never mentioned anything about harming you or harming your daughter. But I make this point to go back to my previous point. This is Babylon the Great. Confusion. She was finished. She was missing all her teeth. She had on 3 big book bags. Right? If the Spirit allows, y'all might be able to witness it yourself. She'll probably be around here again. Right? Let's read this.
O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Who what?
Who art to be destroyed.
All together.
Who art to be destroyed.
So Esau got it coming to him. It's prophesied in the book of Psalms that he's the daughter of Babylon and he's going to be destroyed. That's what this kingdom got waiting. Right? Let's go back to Leviticus. I want this right here in Wisdom of Solomon.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 1.
Read out.
For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Read.
Therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance, wherein they have offended.
So this is how the Most High God deals with the Israelites. He warns us. He chastens us little by little by putting us in remembrance how we messed up. Hey, don't remember you did this. Hey, you're an Israelite. You gotta observe the Sabbath. You gotta observe Passover. You gotta observe and meditate on the law, statutes, commandments. And he puts us in remembrance, because if he was to discipline us all at once for all of our iniquities, we would be destroyed. So that's a part of God's mercy by dealing with us like sons. And it's not like that for everybody else, as we're going to read.
It says that leaving their wickedness, they may believe on thee, O Lord.
Read.
It says, for it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land.
So the old inhabitants of the Holy Land was the Canaanites. And he destroyed them. Canaanites are Hamites. It's a particular tribe of Hamites, Africans. If you don't know, fun fact, Israelites, the so-called Negroes, we are not the same as Africans.
That's right.
Not according to the scriptures. You finna get that in Exodus? Exodus 11 and 7. Man, I haven't pulled this precept out in so long. But we're getting back to the basics. You see how much knowledge is coming out before we even read the law, statutes, and commandments? It's imperative, though. Read.
This is Exodus 11, verse 7.
Bring it out.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
So nobody should be coming against the Israelites. Not even a dog. Nobody. Read.
Against man or beast.
Read.
That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference.
The Lord puts a difference between what?
The Egyptians and Israel.
Between who?
The Egyptians and Israel.
Between the Africans and the Israelites. Between the Africans and the Negroes. We're different. Africans, a true African, he knows he's not a Negro. But a Negro don't know he's not African. And that's the problem with our people. We always had this problem. Anytime the Israelites got in trouble, if you go into ancient history, like the Bible, you'll read one thing we did. We get in trouble with a nation, what we would do? We would try and run to Egypt. Every time. We was always dependent on them for the military might. Hey, as soon as the Lord delivered us from the Egyptians, let's go to Numbers No. Go to Exodus. I want to show you something. Go to Exodus. Go to chapter, I want to say chapter 3. No. That's not it. It's going to say when did we get out of Egypt? It was the month of Abib. It was Passover. Right. You're going to see a month later, niggas start murmuring and saying, man, I wish we was in, it was the second month on the 15th day. It was 30 days after he delivered us out of Egypt. He said, and the children of Israel start murmuring, I wish I could go back to Egypt. Watch. It could be, but I'm going to type it in. Second month. Let's see if I can get it.
I got a point.
You got a quick point? Go ahead.
You check out the Kemet people. They don't believe Moses existed. And
This is Isaiah 31 verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So just like you were going into, even to this day, you know what I'm saying, we trust in military might. You know what I'm saying, the arm of men. And don't even look to none of the counsel of the Lord, or to be to abide under the shadow of the Lord, under his protection.
Right. Check this out. Exodus chapter 16, verse 1.
Okay. This is Exodus chapter 16, verse 1.
Yeah.
And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month.
When?
Of the 15th day of the second month.
When is Passover? The 15th day of the first month. So we're talking about the 15th day of the second month. Watch what our people did. Read.
After their departing out of the land of Egypt,
As soon as they got out of Egypt, read.
and the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness.
30 days. 30 days. But what did they murmur and say? Let's keep reading on that.
God. It says, and the children of Israel said unto them, would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye had brought us forth into the wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
Hey, it's a lot of mighty stuff that happened in this chapter. You got the children of Israel murmuring, saying, I wish we was back in Egypt, when we ate bread and we was full. God didn't destroy them whenever they murmured. He said, you know what? I'm going to bring quails, and I'm going to make manna hit the earth every morning. And you're going to go out there and get it. But it's a certain way I want you to do it. You read Exodus 16 and you'll see that they had specific regulations on how they were supposed to gather. And what was the purpose of that? Read that last verse again.
God. It says, then said the Lord unto Moses, behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day.
So you got to gather a certain amount every day. Every day. Read.
That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
So you're going to see if you're going to obey them. But you see the bitterness in the Israelite spirit immediately once they got out of Egypt. Saying, shit, I kind of want to go back into slavery.
Even when he gave them the bread, they still disobeyed. Right? At that very moment, they got to gather the bread.
Yeah, still dropping it. Some of them didn't obey him. Some of them didn't follow his commands. That was a test. The Most High, if you think that God isn't testing you, you're a fool. The Most High God is always testing you. Right? In the law. I mean, look, we just read it in the law, Exodus 16. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 13. You'll see the Most High God will test you with false prophets to see if you're going to follow him or not. People always talk about sink or swim, do or die. The Most High God will send He will send someone to try and deceive you. We got to counsel that. The Lord checked off on Job being tempted by Satan. He said, don't kill him. Don't touch him. Do whatever. I mean, he took all of his possessions. His wives and cursed God. Give up on the hour. He don't love you. Job was known as a lion, the root spirit. Let's get in Leviticus and we'll actually read some of these laws. Alright? But I was making the point to show you how our people always relied on the Egyptians. Always relied on their enemies. Looking for, let me say limitations, looking for a nation that cannot save you. Even still, you got our people walking around saying they Africans, African Americans. We got to go back to the motherland. And he got the African dashiki on, and he in Kemet and Egyptology. That's the same spirit that was on the earth years ago, centuries ago. All right, let's read this now.
This is Leviticus 18, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord your God.
I forgot the point I wanted to make with Wisdom of Solomon. It tell you that they had priests. It tell you that they was offering their children to their gods, like Molech, infants, killing them. Guess what our people start doing? You can read about it in Psalms. Chapter 106. We would actually giving our children to this God, killing, murdering them. Infants. But
If you think about it, there's a reason why Kemet don't believe there wasn't Moses. Because what did Moses stand for? He's like, get away from these Egyptians. He saved them from the Egyptians.
hey, you seen how Moses went there. How Moses got down, people don't want to talk about that. That's probably why they don't want to deal with the law of Moses. They say Moses looked to the left, he kind of looked to the right, and then he killed the Egyptian and buried him. Because he wasn't the Egyptian. If you read the book of Exodus and you still think that you're an Egyptian, you out of your mind.
They thought he killed his own brother.
That's madness. Read the Bible. Take your time and kind of read the Bible from this lens, the true lens that you're an Israelite. And if you're not an Israelite, read it and see how mighty the Israelites was. If you're not an Israelite, read it and see your position that's going to be that's destined to be yours when the kingdom comes. Look at the prophecies. Look at the prophets of old. Look at the judgments. If you're not an Israelite, look at the judgments. Look what you got coming for, man. Look what you got coming to you, Salakia. All right, you got a precept. I see you holding it. What you got? Yeah, we can read it. We can read it.
This is Psalms 106, verse 34.
Bring it out.
They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them.
The Lord commanded us land. I'm gonna give you this promised land. You know, you in the wilderness 40 years. I'm gonna take you to the promised land though, flowing with milk and honey. But I got one thing I need you to do. You gotta kill every single Canaanite. And we did not do that. We didn't do it.
But were mingled among the heathen. Mingled among the heathen.
And did what?
And learned their works.
This is how Israelites became heathens and Gentiles. We were mingled among these nations, and we picked up their laws. We started learning their languages and teaching it to our children. And our children are estranged from the love of the Most High God. So now they know that heathens. Right?
And they served their idols.
And did what?
And they served their idols,
Read.
which were a snare unto them.
Which was a snare unto them. Go ahead.
Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
It said we sacrificed our children unto devils, our sons and our daughters unto idols. Sacrifice. Right? Is it more on that?
And the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own inventions. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance.
If you want to make the most, if you want to get on your how is bad side? Sacrifice your children. What's the modern day sacrifice of the children? What you see all throughout America. The norm is a woman have sex with a man. You know what I'm saying? They was kicking it at the club. It turned into a one night stand. He went over to her spot, or vice versa. They had sex. A month later, she finds out she's pregnant. And she's trying to narrow it down to, you know, you know what I'm saying? Trying to narrow it down, and you get the phone call, I'm pregnant. I didn't get my cycle. And he said, well, it's not mine. I'm not taking care of it. And guess what she go do? She go damn get the child. She go get a. You might as well go sacrifice the damn child to a damn Moab. It's the same spirit is there. That's an innocent child. And this would have been prevented if our elders, our older men, our older women, if our older men taught the young men, if our elder women taught the young women, right, how to be chaste. I can tell you in Titus, the elder women are supposed to teach the younger women to be sober, to be keepers at home and not be at the club every weekend, right? How to love their children, how to love their husbands. But instead, you got our women, they're fluent in adultery, fluent in fornication, right? Come in the word. But this is why we have these problems. If we would adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments, give me Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17.
Just on to that point, after all that happened with her, bro, like 2 years later, homeboy trying to get back with her. Like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's trying to get back with the exes that, you know, sometimes tap back and shorty you down. It's like, why do that to her? Why play with her emotions like that? Or why feel as a father?
Men, as men, you gotta take that accountability, right? We're fluent in that. A lot of, and I'm not gonna speak so rashly. I have met a lot of men that are accountable. They hold themselves accountable when they make a mistake, right? I have met a lot of men who are not accountable, right? But we're gonna put some of the blame on the man because he is to blame, right? For sleeping with her, knocking her up, you know what I'm saying? Not using wisdom, not keeping God's commandments. But we're not gonna just say the woman isn't to blame too, right? We're gonna read the scripture. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 23, verse 17.
Check it out.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
So it said there should be no, this is a commandment that was given to our people. There should be no whores of the daughters of Israel. But our women are learned in that. That's like our women's profession. She a professional whore. Every night, she go to her damn nightclub or the strip, what is it called? Where women go strip club. Damn, I miss it. She a professional whore. She know how to do the dance on the game. They gotta learn how to draw. But this is the problem. You got women. Look. Can we put all the blame on men if women are in the strip club shaking ass, throwing, and she's trying to get money, and then after the damn strip club, we pick her up and take her home and knock her down. They both in the wrong. They both going off. Both of them. So the men, yeah, we're gonna put the blame on the man. We're gonna put the blame on the women too. And it's not even just their fault. We're gonna put some of the blame on Esau. We're gonna put some of the blame on our elders, our elder women, our elder men. It's across the board. That's why in the book of Timothy, when you go to 1 Timothy chapter 5, swing there real quick. 1 Timothy chapter 5, read verse 20 and 21. Read that.
1 Timothy 5, verse 20.
Yep.
Them that sin rebuke before all.
What the Bible say?
Them that sin rebuke before all.
Read.
That others also may fear.
So this was the thing that we have. If somebody sinned, they commit a sin worthy of death. We cooking them up in broad daylight in front of the nation, so that other people may sin and not break God's laws, statutes, and commandments. What? What did I say? Okay. It's like it. That other people may fear. Right? Not sin. It's like it. The brother hear that, you gotta understand. I connect the dots. I'm finished, man. It's on my hands now. Right. I'm dead, man. His blood on my hands, brother. Hey. My horse said. Right there, he bought his highlighter after that one up. That's awful.
Christians go agree.
Yeah, they're gonna clap it up. Finally got him. Alright, throw it out. Alright, I just wanted 20. Let's go back to Leviticus. Man, I've been trying to read this chapter for a while, huh? But that's not happened, man. That's not happened. Bring it up.
This is 18, verse 5. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. Right. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord.
Right? So if you don't know, the first laws that you're going to read about in Leviticus chapter 18. Let me read Leviticus chapter 18.
Of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
So first things first, you can never sleep with your father and you can never sleep with your mother. That is a sin. You get destroyed by the Most High if you do this. Right? Let's read.
The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
Right? So if your father has a wife, and this wife is not your mother, you didn't come out of her womb, you still cannot deal with her. Because that's your father's rib. That's his nakedness that you're uncovering. Right?
The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Brother, you in the Honda. You're in the Honda. Look, get him on camera, man. He look like a donkey. Look.
He's smiling.
Chill, Ray. You're in the Honda. Relax, man. It's not that serious. Relax. You're around gas. You're around gas. Don't hurt nobody. He finna put diesel in his car, huh? You gonna flip me off because you doing something that's stupid. But Jake is finished. He finna put diesel in there so he can fly. It'll be the last time the Honda go.
That'll be the last time.
All right, let's bring it up.
The nakedness of thy
So yeah, you cannot live with your sister, right? Even if she a half sister, right? So if y'all got the same mother and not the same father, or if y'all got the same father and not the same mother, you can't lay with her, right? It's the law of incest. Read.
The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Wisdom should tell you this. Don't try and deal with your damn granddaughter. But these were the practices that were going around. So the Most High got to stamp this in the laws, so brothers can decide and decipher between good and bad. They was doing that. And Esau be freaking off too. Right? I watched a damn show called what was it called? I can't remember, but he was dealing with his close kindred. It was not good. She came out weird. Is that Alabama? That's what they known for? That's a bad thing to be known for. All right, let's keep reading.
It's a family. It's yeah, I forgot. It's a documentary. I forgot their name.
Yeah. And they're like barking and shit, and they're like, and they're all inbreds.
Yeah. Verse 10. The nakedness of thy son's daughter or thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness shalt thou not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness.
Right? So you still can't deal with your grandchildren, no matter where you put it. No matter if it's coming from your son, no matter if it's coming from your daughter. All right, read that verse again.
The nakedness of thy son's daughter or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness.
Right? That's your nakedness you're uncovering. That's your genealogy, your children, your seed. Don't deal with it. Go ahead.
The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Right? So we're going over it again. Your father has a wife. His wife is not your direct mother, but you still cannot deal with their offspring, because that's your sister. Right? This is what we would call your so-called your half sister. Right? Let's keep reading.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy father's near kinswoman.
Right? So you can't deal with your auntie. Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman.
Right? So you can't deal with your auntie on your mother's side or your auntie on your father's side. Right? Let's keep going.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thy aunt.
Right? You can't deal with them. You can't. He's giving you the breakdown. But you're going to see something. You got a preset? Okay, go ahead.
So it says, did ancient Egyptians really marry their siblings? Ramses II married his daughter, and Cleopatra V, it says, married her brother. It says the temple of Abu Simbel honored Pharaoh Ramses II and his queen Nefertiti, but Ramses II had several wives, including his daughter Meritamen.
Right? That's madness. All right, so we got a source that show you that the Egyptians was doing it. But we already seen here in the Bible, we don't need no other source. It tell you that this is what you are not supposed to do. The Egyptians was doing this. Source number 1. All right, let's keep reading though.
Verse 15. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Right? You should never deal with your son's wife. We shouldn't have to tell Jake this. But this is a thing that's going on. In America, this is a thing that happens. In America, this is a thing that happens. You got a father and a son, and they go. What's good, big bro?
On the top.
Hey, we're gonna give you 2 flyers. I see that lady right there. You with her? Okay. Hey, can you hand her a flyer too? I see her looking. What's good with you, bro? You look good, bro. You look like you got taller than me. Hey, we're gonna have to get stable and cracking again. Hey, but look. Have you heard about us being the Israelites? Yep. But you know too much then. Look, Jake finished. He don't even know what's going on. So you already know what's going on a little bit? So you know you're an Israelite? You gotta do some more research that I can tell. Okay, that's what that flyer for. Right on the bottom of the page, you'll see our YouTube channel. And bro, even if you're not interested in right now, hit me up though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still your brother. You know what I'm saying? Lock in with me, man. It's good to see you. We'll show you too. Alright, I bring it up.
This is Amos 2, verse 6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver, and the poor.
Thomas, you gotta give her the fire. Give her the other one. Give her the other one. Yeah. I see her looking. He finna drop the mission, man. He finna forget the mission. I see you looking. I appreciate you, bro. Read the flyer. I'm talking to her. Look at the flyer. Don't throw it away. You gonna look at it? All right, bet. All praise to the Most High, man.
This is Amos 2, verse 6.
Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4,
Right.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they sold the righteous for silver, and the poor for a pair of shoes, that pant after the dust of the earth on the head of the poor, and turn aside the way of the meek. And a man and his father will go in unto the same maid.
Read that again.
And a man and his father will go in unto the same maid to profane my holy name.
The Most High not dealing with that. Here in America, this is like a milestone. Sadly, where a father would take his son to the whorehouse, and they go in on the same woman. Or a father will have a woman that he's dealing with, and he just kind of send the woman to go deal with his son.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
That's what it happened.
They in the basement.
You see what I'm saying? But that's wickedness according to the Bible. That's not a milestone.
Alright, son, don't be scared.
That's how it happened. What's going on, bro? You do, man. Yeah.
Every time.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to get like you, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, so you know that you are a special people, right?
Yeah.
You're Israelite. That's what we teach you. You God's favorite people on earth. God's favorite people, bro. Man, you lit though. How many corners you have?
At least 5, 6.
Yeah, I'm just getting started. Shit, it's 6. All right, look, I'm not gonna try and teach you too much because you lit. You more lit than me. But I do. Can I give you a flyer though? Can you look at it? All right, bet. So he got that. This is part big. Grab him a flyer over there. Hey, you Hispanic?
Mexican.
You Mexican? Your father Mexican?
Yeah, my mom and my dad.
Yeah. Straight from Mexico, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you be working hard, man. I already know it, man. Hey, man, drink you a few Coronas, man. Don't drive, though.
Right.
But look at that flyer. Look at it at the bottom. Look at our YouTube channel, and you're going to see some information about you.
I will.
All right, you the best thing out there, man. All right. Hey, shit, well, bring me a Corona next time, too, man. You see us all the time.
You want one?
Yeah, go get me one. Yeah, I just want uno.
You see 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look,
just him. Just one.
Corona, man. You know, drink them after camp for you. Hey, tell me your name, too. Man, we done met a few Carlos, all right, man. See, Issachar badass. You see that?
Yeah, that's tough.
Everybody not doing it.
That's tough.
And I'm the right nigga to take the Corona.
Hardest workers too.
All praises to that. That's his answer to everything. Hell yeah.
We'll drink it. Stop
Hell
lying.
yeah. You see the sun? Look at it, man. It's one of those days, man. Everybody ain't got it, man. He got it.
You got the salt.
He finna have it.
You got the salt.
You see what I'm saying? Brother on the bottom of society, he go bust ass for 10 hours every day, and he pull up the quick trip, get him a case. Without fail. Hear me? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Tell me that ain't Jay, man. Hell yeah. Alright, let's bring this out.
This is Leviticus 18, verse 16. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness.
Hey, so you cannot go into your brother's wife. If you meditating on your brother, son of your father, just like you, and you meditating on his woman and his wife, and you're meditating on it all day, all night, and then one day you actually do it, that's a shame, man. Come on, let's bring it out.
So this is Genesis chapter 35 and 22.
Yep.
It says, Slocky.
You go to that count.
22, it says, and it came to pass when Israel dwelt in the land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. Now, when you keep reading, nothing happened to Reuben, being the firstborn son. Nothing happened to him immediately right then and there. But there was, Jacob did say something in Genesis 49 when he blessed all the children. This is what he said to Reuben. He says, this is Genesis 49:3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might and the beginning of my strength and excellency. of dignity, and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. So that's one of his biggest problems Reuben had is he wasn't going. This is what he was prophesying to his son. He's like, bro, you and your descendants are not going to excel like Judah or like the rest of the tribes because of what he did. But it says, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, and then defiledest thou it, he went up to my couch. So that was his punishment, is he wouldn't excel, him and his descendants. It was a punishment.
You cannot go into your father's wife. You cannot go into your brother's wife. Go get your own wife. Go get your own wife. There's a woman out here for you. You know what I'm saying? You got that?
This is Deuteronomy 25, verse 5.
Bring it out.
If brethren dwell together, and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger.
Right.
Her husband's brother shall go in unto her,
Right.
and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of a husband's brother unto her.
Right. So this is the duty that a brother would have to do for his brother. If you miss it, I'm gonna go into it a little bit. Let's say you got two brothers. Both of the brothers have a wife, right? But one of the brothers never had a child with his wife. And then that brother dies. He dies without having children. She is lawful for her to go get another husband. Why? Because her husband is dead. She's what you would know as a widow. Right? Because she had a husband, but her husband died. Right? But here's the point. She shouldn't, according to the Bible, she shouldn't just go marry anybody or go have a kid by a stranger, by some random person. No. The Bible is set up a certain way. So the alive brother will go into this woman and bear children up in the dead brother's name. Thus said the law. Right? And if you know anything about history, go take a look at the Native American brothers, man. When they was in America, they was practicing this. Right? I did a study on that. Go take a look at the Native Americans. They was doing all kinds of laws that was in the Bible. This was one of them. Another one, they practiced the separation of a woman when she's unclean. When she's on her menstrual cycle. You see what I'm saying? Spiritual brothers. Right? You had a point. I passed it up. Okay, kind. Is it more on there?
And it shall be that the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel.
Right? So that firstborn son that she had is going to take up the name of her deceased husband, so that name don't be exterminated out of the land of Israel. Right? Hey, that might be tough for some brothers to go into their brother's wife. It might be a stumbling block for some brothers. But this is needful. You love your brother. You gonna let his name die? It might be a stumbling block for the sister.
Like Golden.
Say it again.
Like Golden, that's what Golden did.
Like Judah.
He was supposed to do that and he didn't.
Yep. The Lord got on his ass too.
So it just proves his mind was in the flesh. Like he wasn't doing it to fulfill the law.
Yeah.
He was doing it to the pleasure itself.
Yeah.
Because he did it, he just spilled the seed on the ground. Like, bro.
Right? That's
It's
evil.
not my seed.
Right.
They're gonna be my seed.
And I don't want to speak loosely like that's just a light thing or an easy thing, but that's what you're supposed to do. That's what our people was practicing. If that's evil to you, choose who you gonna serve. If that just don't sit right with you, choose who you gonna serve. You gonna serve yourself, what you think is right, or you gonna serve the Most High God? Right? Grab that in Joshua. What you got?
It's like, if you really think about it, right? Because this is American mindset of, I want to build a name for myself and myself only, and I want to get on before a brother.
Mm-hmm. That could be selfish.
But what prophet lived for themselves? Like, what prophet did Moses, Paul, Peter, any of them? You can see that they never, those great men that we say, man, they're so fabulous, they're so amazing. They never lived for themselves, though.
Right?
Does it?
Mashiach, he lived,
He did. Yeah.
he died, rose again, and that wasn't about himself. Right? Let's read this.
This is Joshua 24, verse 15.
No.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day.
What the Bible say?
Choose you this day.
All together?
Choose you this day.
Whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house,
As for what?
As for me
and my house,
As for what?
as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Who we gonna serve?
We will serve the Lord.
What the Bible say?
We will serve the Lord.
What Joshua say?
We will serve the Lord.
That's what you gotta be on. As for me and my house, we're gonna serve the Lord. Some people think that's evil. Some people think that's wrong. Choose what you're gonna do. Make your choice. You're gonna serve the Most High. You're gonna live by His rules. You're gonna follow His commands. Or you're gonna do something that Balak is doing. You're gonna do something that Molech was doing. You're gonna do something that the Canaanites were doing. You're gonna do something that the Edomites are doing. You're gonna do something that Christianity is doing. Right. You're not gonna keep Passover. But you up there keeping Easter.
Look, she about to get knocked out, man.
Look, she bugging. That's the one who said she was gonna put a bullet through my head. And she better be glad. And stuff like that ain't just slide, man. Y'all know that, right?
That's right.
We're here in a minute. I'm not gonna be able to just walk around here frolicking. Getting away with saying, threatening someone and saying you're gonna put a bullet through their head is not to be taken lightly.
Yeah, for real.
That's a curse.
I could have punched her neck out. I could have punched her throat through her neck. I don't even know. You hear me? Boom! She crazy out of her mind. But the Lord already cursed her.
Yeah, for real.
She already done. Hell yeah. Look, he was so fat he forgot to bring us the beer. Right?
Not a dog move his tongue.
She already been cursed. Strung out on drugs, running up, chasing people up on bikes.
Family probably forsook her.
Right? She talking about her daughter. We don't even know if she really got a daughter. She bucked out on drugs. She ain't got no. I didn't see one tooth in her mouth. The Lord already done got a hold of her. I'm being real though, man. If this all I get to do is talk crap about her, when she said she was gonna put a bullet through my head, then so be it. She getting off easy. Cause that was a whole threat right there. Should have just I'm afraid for my life, and they pull up and she on drugs. She'd have been done now. Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? They probably would have let her go, man. They probably.
Oh man, come on. Oh, come on, just let her go.
These been bothering you.
They would have reverse carders. Yellow. Damn, that would have been tough. All right, let's bring some more girls up.
This is Leviticus 18, verse 17. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness.
Right? So don't take a woman, you're sleeping with her, and then take her daughter. And you're sleeping with her daughter. You're not supposed to do that according to the law. That's another milestone here in America. I don't know if it's just America, but it's one either. You sleep with a woman and you sleep with her daughter, then you in the game, you get extra brownie points. According to the Most High, he said that's wickedness. Or her granddaughter. You sleep with a woman and her grandchildren, that's wickedness according to the Most High. That's not brownie points. That's wicked points. What you got?
Like, you know the rapper Mexican OT?
I don't know.
Mexican OT from Texas, Houston, yeah. He was in the interview and he said something that was actually pretty honorable. He said, I don't fuck other men's bitches, or I don't deal with other man's women. And he tells a story. He said he went to go to Shorty's house, right? And she's just playing games and whatnot, but he finally gets her to tell details about her husband, right? And she said she worked, that he worked at like a like a hard laborer's job. And what he thought to himself was like, I know how that feels like working 10-hour shifts at that job. That's a hard job. And he goes home to an adulterous wife. Next to know, he wasn't dealing with that. And so in the interview, he said he would never mess with another man's wife after that because he felt sorry for that brother. Because when she told him where that brother worked, he put himself in that situation on that brother's shoes. And he was like, nah, this is horrible. This is bad. So he didn't lay down with her. But, you know what I'm saying? You don't really hear those stories like that.
Right. That's good, though. You know, some people don't ever come to that understanding.
Hey, it tell you, Proverbs, that a man is sleep with another man's wife, like another man, so he got some kind of understanding.
All praise to the Most High. Let's keep reading on this Leviticus.
Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister or vex her to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime.
So you're not supposed to take a woman and take her sister. That's going to vex the hell out of us. Right? So a lot of people use the scripture in different ways, but when you keep it in context with incest, this is what makes the most sense. You don't take a woman, then take a sister to vex her in her lifetime. Right? If you want to take a woman, you're going to take a sister, wait. You know what I'm saying? Go find another one. Because that's going to cause a lot of heartache. Right? Go ahead.
Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
Right? So you don't want to, like we find out in a few chapters before, if you go to Leviticus 15, you'll learn about the laws of uncleanness when it comes to dealing with a mistress woman. You don't want to go into a woman when she's on her side. Here in America, we just don't learn that. Here in America, the women is trying to get you to do that.
Put the towel down. That's what you see them in the videos. Put the towel down.
Yep.
Hey, you got, bro, it gets nasty on the internet. They be talking about how they can get their blocks laid out while they on their period while and everything. It gets that crazy.
So, if you never do that, now you know that. Stay away from that. That's wicked. Right? Let's keep reading.
Thou shalt not walk carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her.
Right? So don't commit adultery. Don't lay with your neighbor's wife. You don't gotta be your blood brother. Don't lay with your neighbor's wife. That's adultery. We learned about this in other chapters of the Bible also. Right? Let's keep reading.
And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
Unto who?
Unto Molech.
Right? So we hear verbatim. You don't give your children, your infants over to pass through a fire and sacrifice it to another god. Namely Molech. Read.
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
Right? So no, what's a good word so we don't get
That's what
banned?
the shirt says.
Never too much bacon.
Never too much bacon.
Never too much bacon. Jake finished. Never too much bacon.
He might be forced to wear that, so we don't know.
He needed a new wardrobe. Never too much manna or something. Jake had to switch it up. Never too much spirit. Never too many Israelites. Let's keep reading. So hey, look. It says, don't lay with mankind as womankind. As with womankind. So what you would do with a woman in a bedroom, with your wife in a bedroom, you don't do that with a man. Right? We all know what that's called, but for the sake of not getting banned or saving you some trouble, don't do that. Right? Go ahead.
It is abomination.
It's a what?
Abomination.
It is a what?
Abomination.
Right? A filthy, nasty, dirty, disgusting thing. The Most High God hates abominations. Read.
Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion.
Right? So a man should not be getting behind a horse, and a woman shouldn't be tooting it up for a horse. That's bestiality. And now you got to kill that woman, or you got to kill that man, and you got to kill the beast. I saith the law. Read.
Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it. and the land itself vomited out her inhabitants.
Right? So if you don't do these things, if you do these things, you're going to be defiled. The land is going to be defiled. This is why the Most High God got the damn Canaanites up out of the land, because they was practicing these things. Go ahead, Zion.
Side. I mean, because he's spitting. When you because when we break the laws, what else? You think the land is gonna stay normal? The whole premise of first fruits is for your fruits to get multiplied and get blessed. Your wine vineyard, your grape vineyards, your potatoes, your hay, your corn, right? The rain, all this stuff is established by us keeping the commandments. So why wouldn't the land drive you out? We had to flee the land because it was famines. And a lot of those famines is because niggas was fucking up. Like, when we start pissing off the Lord, we literally get drive from the land. It literally will execute us. So that's what I'm saying.
If we being wicked in the land, the Lord will say, look, y'all not gonna get the latter rain or the former rain. So next thing you know, our crops during harvest time, they not cropping. They not cropping.
Now you gotta go to Egypt.
The crops ain't cropping, the math ain't mathing, and righteousness ain't flourishing. Right? Go ahead.
Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
Right.
So this is not supposed to be happening in our nation or anybody that's sojourning among us. Nobody's supposed to be doing this, especially not if you're attached to us. Because guess what? Even Abraham had servants, and they was his servants. Abraham had an army, and he circumcised the men. And guess what the men kept? They kept the Sabbath. They had to obey the things that Abraham was bound to, unless the Lord specifically allowed it. Because we know that heathens can do certain things that Israelites can't do. We know that we can do certain things to heathens that we can't do to our fellow brothers, right? But ultimately, these things are not supposed to be being done in the land, right? Go ahead.
For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. That the land spew not you out also, when you defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you.
Right. And look, the Most High God, one thing he is consistent. He got the Canaanites up out of the land for doing these things. What he do to our eyes? Got our eyes up out of the land. Yeah, the Most High God is merciful, but you're not going to play with him like that. Let's keep reading.
For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them, shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God.
He said these are abominable customs, and you're going to defile yourselves. All of the blessings, all of the good things I want to do for you, I can't do them no more, because you're not being obedient to me. If you really want to get closer to the Most High God, start with obedience. Start obeying him. Right. Start with actually trying to be a servant. Because we're in the midst of Babylon. When I say the midst, literally the middle. And it's madness, chaos, wicked, sinful, confusing, unseemly, chaotic, madness, upside down, turned out, and we could go on and on and on. Right, let's bring out that was the last verse? That was the last verse, man. And that concludes Leviticus chapter 18. And I enjoy breaking that down, man. Getting a good refresher, the do's and don'ts. We love reading the Bible. We love reading the laws. We love being obedient to the Most High God. His commandments is not grievous. The scripture tell you that these laws is for what? Our good. For our good. Right? So that concludes my time and my lesson for today. We're going to end it by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.